Everyone in the room was looking at the stage. The stage wasn't looking back. That's the strange thing about the footage from the seasons, Cantabile of Park Bo-gum. He's standing there in white, blue microphone in hand, under theatrical lighting built to frame him as the center of attention, and he keeps giving that attention away. He laughs at something a guest says. He turns toward the performance instead of the camera. He reacts before he speaks. For an actor whose entire career has trained audiences to watch his face for meaning, this is a strange kind of restraint. And that restraint is the reason the show worked. Park Bo-gum became the first actor to host KBS's long-running music talk show, stepping into a format built on live music, real-time reaction, and unscripted conversation. The season ran for 21 episodes, premiering March 14, 2025, and closing August 1. On paper, that's a scheduling note. In practice, it's a 5-month stretch where one of Korea's most protected dramatic actors had nowhere to hide behind a script. That's the detail most coverage skipped past. Drama gives an actor armor. A character, a costume, a director's choices, an editor's cut, all of it sits between the performer and the audience, shaping how a moment lands before the viewer even reacts to it. A music talk show removes almost all of that. There's no character to retreat into when the guest says something unexpected. There's no take two. The host's actual personality becomes the product being sold, live, in real time. So the real question isn't, did Park Bo-gum host a show well? It's, what does it take to succeed once the armor is gone, and the footage suggests his answer wasn't more control. It was less. Watch what he actually does in the clip. He isn't managing the room the way an award show host manages a room, timing every transition, holding the authority of the format together by sheer command. He's doing something closer to disappearing into the atmosphere. The lighting is polished, the performances are tightly produced, the audience is clearly part of the design, and inside all of that structure, Park's expression stays loose enough to make the whole thing feel less like a broadcast and more like a room you happen to walk into. That's not a small skill. It's arguably the harder one. Here's where the story gets more interesting, because Park wasn't new to hosting when Cantabile started. He'd already led Music Bank. He'd already fronted major award ceremonies, high visibility, high pressure formats where the job is precision, hit the cue, land the transition, keep a massive production moving without a visible scene. KOCOWA specifically noted that Cantabile was different. It was his first regular role leading a full music show, not a one-off broadcast or a ceremonial appearance. That distinction matters more than it sounds like it should. An award show is architecture. A music talk show is chemistry. One rewards a host who can dominate a tight script under pressure. The other rewards a host who can make a stranger comfortable enough to be unguarded, week after week, in front of a live audience. Those are not the same muscle. Plenty of performers are excellent at one and stiff at the other. The footage suggests Park had already built the second skill, he just hadn't been given a format designed to showcase it until Cantabile came along. There's also a structural reason this contrast matters beyond Park himself. Award shows are built to end. They have a single night, a fixed script, and a finish line. A weekly music talk show has no finish line inside a single episode, it has to be rebuilt, guest by guest, with a different rhythm each time. That means the host can't rely on a rehearsed cadence to carry the room. He has to actually listen, in real time, to whoever is sitting across from him. It's a much less forgiving test of whether someone's on-camera warmth is genuine or performed, precisely because it repeats so often that any gap between the two would eventually show. So what actually made it work? According to KOCOWA, part of the answer sits in how he approached the guests themselves, a stated curiosity about who they were as artists, a visible respect for their creative process, and a habit of engaging with them beyond the basic function of introducing a performance. That's a small operational detail, but it explains a lot about why the getting out of the way quality reads as generous rather than passive. He wasn't disengaged. He was redirecting engagement outward, toward the people the show was actually built around. That's the pivot the anomaly needed. It's not that Park Bo-gum stepped back because he had nothing to add. It's that stepping back was the addition, because the format's entire value depended on the guests feeling like the room belonged to them. And that's a harder needle to thread than it looks, especially for someone with his level of public recognition. There's a real tension built into hosting a show when you're already one of the most famous people who could possibly be standing on that stage. The gravitational pull runs one direction, toward the host, toward the recognizable face, toward clips built around his reactions rather than the guest's performance. A program can lean into that pull easily, almost by accident, simply because the audience showed up for the host in the first place. In this specific case, the available evidence points the other way. Park's presence appears to have brought viewers to the show, but the structure of the format, guests sharing stories through music, Park bringing his own musical background into the conversation rather than performing over it, kept the center of gravity on the people he was interviewing. That's a narrower claim than "this is how hosting works in the industry." It's a claim about what happened in this specific season, with this specific host, inside this specific format. But it's worth sitting with, because it's the opposite of the more common outcome when a major star is handed a platform. There's an audience dimension worth naming here too, though it has to stay within what the evidence actually supports. A viewer who follows Park primarily through drama roles is used to encountering him through a fixed emotional arc written, shot, and edited before it ever reaches them. A weekly music program offers something structurally different, repeated, unscripted exposure over months rather than a single performance. That doesn't tell us anything about how any individual viewer felt, but it does describe a real shift in the kind of access the format made possible, week after week, for 5 months straight. This is also where the footage stops being a curiosity and starts being a small piece of career evidence. Park Bo-gum's connection to music didn't start with Cantabile. KOCOWA pointed to his earlier singing and piano performances and his long-running presence around music programs well before he became the regular host of one. In other words, the ease on display in that clip wasn't a new persona built for a hosting gig. It was an existing part of him that simply hadn't had a stage built around it before. That reframes the anomaly one more time. The moment isn't really about an actor stepping outside acting. It's about a skill that was already there: musical fluency, a comfort with live unpredictability, an instinct for making other people look good, finally getting the format it needed to become visible. Nothing about that requires a twist, a controversy, or a hidden narrative to be interesting. It's simply a performer whose public identity had been filtered almost entirely through scripted roles, showing what happens when the script disappears and the room is real. Sometimes the most revealing career moment isn't the one built for maximum spectacle. It's the one where an established star holds a microphone, faces a live audience, and chooses, repeatedly, across 21 episodes, to make the moment about everyone else on that stage. If you like entertainment stories that go beyond the headline, the kind that look for the quiet signals most coverage misses, that's exactly what this channel is built for. Subscribe if you want analysis, not just updates.